Hi, I'm Jennifer Santanello, mother of Layla Santanello, who has been missing for almost 9 months.
Someone in this town knows something. If you have any information regarding Layla, we also have 2 other missing girls in this town. Summer Wells and Holland Snap. Holland Snap disappeared 3 months after Layla. Layla's mother, Jennifer, is asking for help, and we're coming up on 9 months. So let's make sure that we share her daughter's story. It's very important that the media bring awareness to Layla so that she is not forgotten.
We're coming up on a 9-month mark, and I'm still out here pleading with the public to help me find my daughter. This has been an absolute nightmare, and I've been pushing for months and months and months now for more media coverage and more pressure to be put on authorities and whoever might know where she is. Layla was last seen behind the Americourt Hotel in Kingsport, Tennessee. She was seen by some workers that were going into work at a warehouse behind that hotel. She apparently approached one of them and asked to bum a cigarette. The guy didn't smoke, and she said thank you and went on her way. That's the last time anyone saw my daughter alive or otherwise. A couple of weeks after she vanished, we started receiving these strange CashApp requests that seemed to be someone ransoming her from her very own CashApp account. It was absolutely insane. They were threatening to chop her into little bits and pieces if we didn't send them a whole $100, which in order to send the little messages, you have to add money. So we probably did send $100 over the few days that we went back and forth with this person. And of course, no Layla. A few weeks ago, however, Michael Thompson, my daughter's boyfriend, was arrested and charged with fraudulently utilizing her CashApp account. It is believed by authorities that he was the person behind those messages, behind those ransom messages and requests. It's awful. This young man spent a lot of time with our family. He spent a lot of time in my house. And for him to take advantage of the situation, or, to threaten to unalive her if we don't send the money, just the whole thing was a nightmare. It was just an absolute nightmare. So now that we know where it all came from, we're devastated. This was a person that we allowed into our lives, and heck, I trusted my granddaughter with this man. The whole thing has been an absolute nightmare. Most recent updates are the fact that someone was arrested for the CashApp requests, and her last known sighting, we used to believe that it was at the Marble Slab Creamery on the 27th also, but later on that day, it has been recently discovered that it was not, in fact, Layla at that ice cream store that day. It was someone who resembled her and was wearing similar clothing, but it wasn't her. Layla is 4 foot 10 inches tall. She's a tiny little thing, about 115 pounds. The time of her disappearance, her hair was bleached out and her roots were starting to grow back in. She has big brown eyes, a smile that lights up the world, and she was last seen wearing black leggings, a white tank top, and no shoes. If you know something, if you know someone who knows something, pick up the phone, call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Where is Michael right now?
I honestly don't know. I've heard rumors that he's gone to some long-term rehab facility, That is a rumor. I don't know if it is true. I have also heard rumors that he's been claiming that he is going to long-term rehab, but hasn't actually gotten there. Again, rumors, but I don't have any idea where he is. He was bonded, I don't know, like 5 days after he was arrested, so he's not in jail anymore.
What about the one friend of Layla who claimed that she was the last one to see her? What happened with her?
I think, and this is my opinion, this is my thoughts, I think that early on, that friend really thought that she was one of the last people to see her. These kids, and I'll tell you from my experience with Layla had a very hard time keeping up with dates and times and things like that. In general, she has ADD and she's dyslexic and all of that, but it's also like the age group. I feel like none of them are aware sometimes of like how many days has passed since something happened, or they don't use calendars the way we used to. So I just really think that she might have been confused. She did spend time with Layla in the days leading up to her disappearance, but she was not with her. We know for a fact that she was not with her for the last 24 to 36 hours. But I think that whenever like Layla was reported missing and immediately early on, she might have panicked and thought, oh my gosh, I think I'm one of the last people to see her. And the conversation, this information came from a conversation that came from screenshots from another friend, and I really think that whole thing was kind of blown out of context a little bit, because here she is, she's talking to one of her girlfriends and she's kind of in a panic because Layla's gone missing and she has these feelings, so she thinks she's having this private conversation and she's just letting this like, I'm freaking out because XYZ. I don't think that person has any idea, other than the same rumors we've all heard, where Layla might be. I feel like she was trying to get further and further away from Michael in those days, and that made her a bit vulnerable, because the kinds of people she was spending time with, she wasn't used to these kinds of people. This was not her crowd. This was not her people. These were like his friends, that she sort of like dropped her friends and took on his friends, and now she's trying to get away from him, but her only connections are to people that she knows through him. And I think she ended up kind of getting further and further away, but deeper and deeper in with people she didn't know very well, people who she couldn't trust. And I don't know what happened, but it's not good. It's been 9 months.
If there was something that you could say to Layla if she was listening, what would it be?
I love you very much. I miss you so much. And I'm so sorry that I haven't found you yet.
Chronicles of Olivia.